Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing an install on the Team MSC Stage 3 Trail Clutch Kit for the Gen 3 CFORCE. Today we've got a CFORCE 1000. We're going to be taking you step by step on how to remove your stock clutch and how to install the Team MSC Clutch Kit by Varico, the best in the world. Let's get after it. So here's a quick look at the helix and the spring that you're going to get with your kit. We'll talk more about it in a minute, but for now, let's get this other one removed. So Mr. Harmon, we got a T30, I believe, is that right?
Yep.
All right. We got a T30, we're gonna remove this footwell here. All right, and there's two rubber grommets down there. You just simply pull and snap up. Now that's removed real quick and easy, and then we gotta get this outer cover off, which you can also use the T30 for. I think it's just these top two, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, we'll get that removed. Okay. And then we'll just simply pull out and pull up. So you just tilt it out and then pull up, and that will reveal your actual clutch cover. And we'll get the right tool for the job there. You're going to want an extension. A wobble head would also come in handy in a couple of these corners. Now what size is that?
T30.
T30, all right.
Or
so,
an 8.
Or an 8mm. You can use an 8mm socket if you would like, or you can use the T30. All right, we got two more. Another short one, and I believe this will be a short one as well. Okay, so that is 4 long bolts that you'll have, and those are all towards the front and a couple, 2 on the bottom, and then the rest are short. Now we should be able to remove our cover, and there's your clutches. Now if you are familiar with the previous gen clutches with the CVTech trail block clutches, but don't let it intimidate you. It's going to be simple to do the install, and we'll show you exactly how to do that. Alright, so we got a spreader bolt here, and I'll put the information for it down here in the bottom of the screen. But we're just simply going to spread the secondary apart, and that's going to allow us to remove the belt, and then we will remove the bolt that holds the secondary on. So you see, he's just going to lift it up over the sheave on the top side and then just roll it backwards. You have to use a little bit of force, so just know she's going to be on there, but make sure you spread it right, and then make sure you pay attention to the direction of your belt on how it came off. You can read the words here on this one, but you just want to put it back on the same way that it came off. We're going ahead and take the spreader bolt out and just get it out of the way for right now, and then we've got a 18mm socket for the secondary bolt. Alright, and for the secondary, it is lefty. Take that out. It's a short bolt there. Now we should be able to yank her off. Booyah. That one was on there pretty good. And you got a alignments washer there, so make sure that is on there. If you have those, you may not have one on your particular machine. That's just used for alignment of the sheaves on the clutches. But if you do have one, make sure it stays in position.
Yep.
So now that we got our secondary off, we'll take it to our vise. 13, right?
13.
13mm socket.
Just regular bolts.
Alright. Alright, so it's lefty-loosey on these. They're regular bolts. Just going to remove those 3. Then you pick up that half of the sheave. That's what you're looking at there.
And then here's the part we got to get to.
Yep. That's going to reveal the helix that's down in here along with this clip. So we're going to...
And your spring.
Yeah, and your spring is down in there. So now we're going to need our secondary clutch tool. Put that in our vise. You can get one of these at teammscparts.com. Alright, for right now in this video we're using one of our old clutch tools here, back here in the shop, and we're having to stack these pins here to give us enough clearance so that we can shove this down and not bottom out right here. But here shortly, within the next few days, we're going to have on the website the all new Team MSC secondary clutch tool.
It's going to have
it's going to have a double the size of this part here so that it won't bottom out on the new Gen 3 shafts. So we didn't see that part coming, but as soon as they came in, it's been over a month ago, we're having several made, and they should be here any day now. So check the website. By the time you're watching this video, they may be available already. So you can get the right tool that you need so that you don't have to stack those pins like this. So if you already have one, please be careful doing this, okay? Harmon's a professional, so don't try this at home unless you feel confident. But anyways, always use safety first, guys. Alright, so I've been talking too much. Harmon's tightening it down. Take it away, buddy.
Tighten it down a little bit. You ain't got to go all the way. Just
compressing the spring right there.
Go get some straight.
And that's just going to allow us to be able to get the clip out of here. I'll try to get the focus for you guys. Anyway, see that snap ring there? We just got to remove it, and he dropped it low enough to be able to get it out of there. Okay, so won't really be able to show you that here, but he's got snap ring pliers.
We ain't got my straight ones.
Yeah, he's got some straight ones so we can get in there. But again, once we get our right tool in there, it's going to have a tall enough gap there where it'll be very easy to get to. Always helps to have the right tools, and we're going to provide that for y'all.
Just loosen that up, pull it up as far as you can.
Yeah, he pulled it up on the shaft as far as he could, and then we're going to back out on the bolt, right?
Yep.
That's going to relieve the tension of the spring. It's going to decompress, and then we'll be able to remove both the helix and the spring. Again, we wish we had our tool here for this video, but we wanted to get this video out to you guys as quickly as possible. So ideally we wouldn't have to do that, but time is of the essence. We want to help you guys install these.
Okay. No, ain't
So,
got no pressure.
Yep, all the pressure's gone. We still got that clip that's on the shaft, and Harmon's going to go ahead and pull it on up out of the way. There we go. So it's out of the way. Don't lose that. We'll need it. Now you can remove the stock spring and cup.
And then just pull this straight up out there.
Booyah. See these rollers here. You want to inspect those, make sure they're okay. And you want to make sure those are freed up and are rolling good.
Yep.
If you do a lot of mud riding, sand riding, river riding, you may have some grit in there if you got a little too deep. Before we proceed, I do want to show you something and explain something here. This is our stock helix here. Alright, you see this notch there? Your clutch primarily rides right here, and then when you decel, let off the gas, the rollers jump over to here, and this causes the clutch to have that extra engine brake that CFMOTO has designed into these new clutches. So it's it allows the engine braking to stay engaged a lot longer, and it has to slow all the way down before the roller can pop out and over that. Okay, and so with this design right now, we have removed that particular style extra engine brake, and it's a smooth setup. That's the one that's available right now. Now we are working, Vati Verico has designed one with engine braking as well, but this is a prototype. We're not ready to release it at the time of filming this video. Remember, if you're watching my videos at a later date than release, you need to check newer videos to see if we've launched anything else, or check teammscparts.com. But this is a prototype here with engine brake. Now let me clarify something. you're still gonna, with this setup, you're still gonna have the same engine braking setup that you have on any ATV, including the Gen 2 CFORCE 1800 Overlands. It'll act the same way. But if you drove your stock, you know that the engine braking lasts a lot longer, and you can it's not going to free spin as quickly. It's going to sit there and hold a certain way. But if you keep your RPMs in at the engagement rate for the secondary, then you're going to have engine braking naturally with the RPMs and the belt engaged. But as soon as the RPMs drop below the engagement RPM, it will disengage and it'll free spin, just like you do on the Gen 2 stuff. So I don't want that to confuse you. You're still going to have engine braking just like any other ATV out there on a CVT system with this setup. And then remember, if you are wanting that extra engine braking that you have with the stock setup, we have a Stage 3 Helix in the works and may be available if you're watching this at a later date. All right, enough of that. Let's move on to installation. Spring cup or retainer, if you will, that we took out of the stock spring with the clip or snap ring, and just simply sit it in the spring. Here's our Helix. Harmon's going to show us how to install it.
Just line the rollers up with the opening and it'll drop right in.
Boom. Alright.
Simple. You take the spring, sit it on there.
There you go.
And then with your everything out of the way, you go ahead and get your snap ring started.
Alright, getting the snap ring started on that center shaft there. He'll push it down a little bit, and then we'll do the rest with our clutch tool. We're just going to compress that spring, right?
Yep.
And again, cool thing about this setup, you ain't got to worry about clocking it wrong and all that, just like a lot of people were having trouble with on the previous generation.
Getting in a bind or whatever.
Yeah. You don't have none of that. All right, so Harmon just took a screwdriver and he's just kind of working that that clamp or snap ring on down just a little bit, just to have it out of the way, and then we'll do the rest with the snap ring pliers here in just a moment.
Well,
unless you work it in with the screwdriver.
When you get down there to it, if you hear it snap,
I just heard it snap in.
It'll snap right in. So
you can do that, or use your snap ring pliers, whichever way. Just do a little bit at a time and work it evenly like Harmon did there. And you want to make sure that snap ring is down in that groove. Make sure it snaps in good and not just part of the way. And then you decompress it, and that's it. Booyah. Alright, you can take some time, use some parts cleaner or carburetor cleaner or whatever, and clean off your sheaves. Get any residue off of them. Harmon's taking a little bit of blue Loctite, putting on these bolts here.
Don't gotta have a whole lot, just
yeah, it don't take much.
Just enough to kind of give it a little.
Yeah, if you overdo it, you'll have a time taking her back apart, and you don't want that. That's just a little assistance here.
Just a little bit. Then you just line them holes up. Like that.
Lining those 3 holes up, just like so. Then we just bolt her in, right?
Bolt her down.
Right, we'll tighten that down. What? I don't know. Slide it back on the shaft.
This is a little tricky. You just gotta find.
Make sure, spin it. Make sure it's on there all the way.
Just be very. You don't need very little at all.
Okay. A little bit of blue Loctite.
If you get it on them splines in there, you will have fun getting it off next time.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't overdo the Loctite. Now we're going to put our spreader bolt back in, spread the secondary part so we can install the belt.
You can tell it's got a stiffer spring.
Yeah.
Alright, and back to your belt. Just make sure you can read your letters.
Yeah.
If it's got an arrow, always put the arrow the way it turns.
There we go. She's rolled on. We'll take that spreader bolt out now. Now Harmon, I assume that people just can turn it once you get that bolt out and it'll tighten up on the belt?
Yeah, I was holding the belt. So
Right.
relieve the pressure off of my bolt. So now you just spin it and it'll walk its way back out to the...
There it goes. Yep. Alright. Now,
And then that's pretty much it.
yeah, we're done. Now we can
Belt cover.
put the belt cover on and put everything back in place and you're ready to go. Remember, don't over tighten these bolts here on the belt cover. Make sure your gasket or seal is good on the cover.
Yep. Just line your little belt cover. It's got pegs on it. It'll sit right up there.
Alright, so Mr. Harmon is just putting the clutch cover back on. Remember, the 4 longer bolts need to go where they belong, and then put the shorter bolts where you took those out. Don't over torque those, and just make sure you do them all evenly. And then we will put the outer cover on, and then our passenger or rear foot peg. We'll put that back in place, and that will be a wrap on this installation. We already have videos out where we were testing the prototypes. Those are out and about on my channel. You can check that out, where you saw us ripping the trails with the CFORCE 1000 and the Creek, and we'll show you more footage here soon. But got some awesome stuff coming. Got a mud clutch kit coming as well for you guys that love to do mud riding. But that'll be in a video coming up soon. I hope y'all appreciate this video, the installation video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Remember to check out Team MSC Parts for all of your parts and accessory needs. Got a lot of good stuff coming your way. So God bless y'all. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks Harmon. You're the man, dude.